Hello everyone, this is Austin from Raw Bliss. Today I wanted to talk about, Today I wanted to talk about a little story back from high school. This was sophomore year in high school. I went to Decatur in Federal Way, Washington. It's a school that literally looks like a prison. I think a lot of schools these days look like prisons. No windows, but yeah, it's always funny. We joked about it being a prison. And yeah, this is a time that I was experimenting with drugs, like I said in my previous story time videos. And I was into raves and taking ecstasy and taking acid and mushrooms and stuff like that, like psychedelics, along with, a lot of weed, of course. I smoked a lot of weed. And, I started my school day like I normally would. Met up with my friends outside by the football field. That's where we smoked, we smoke a little bowl, maybe 2-3 bowls before school. Spray ourselves with some Axe, some Tag body spray, whatever it is. The girls, they got their fancy perfume or whatever. And yeah, so I went into school. I think it was my second period where I pulled out an ecstasy pill, which I had left over from a rave a few nights ago. And I was showing it off to the class. I was the smartest. I was so smart, man. It's full on sarcasm, so stupid of me, obviously. But I was stoned at the time. Yeah, that's a good excuse, Austin. You were stoned. Okay. So yeah, I was showing it off. It's yeah, look what I got, man. It's ecstasy. They're like, whoa, what is that, dude? Don't even know. And then so yeah, I was showing it to a bunch of people, people that I didn't even know. I just thought I was the coolest kid, man. Just oh yeah, look at me. I got my ecstasy pill. Oh my God, so cool. And then I put it away. And then the next period, I didn't show it. I just showed it to one or two more friends, I think, before lunch, which is lunch is usually after the fourth period. And then I went to lunch, and then one of my friends was oh, Austin, so-and-so, I think they snitched on you, man. I think they I saw them talking to the vice principal or something. I'm what? What do you mean they snitched on me? Who does that? That didn't even cross my mind. Oh, someone could snitch on me and I could get in trouble. And yeah, so it was fifth period, right after lunch, that the vice principal comes into my. The vice principal and I, we got a pretty good relationship at this point. He came into my class and was Austin, here we go again. The vice principal is always honestly, my friends, we were bad kids or whatever. I think honestly, most of the kids in the school were bad kids. Even the losers and the jocks and the whatever. Those stereotypes didn't even really exist in our school. Everyone was pretty bad. Everybody did smoked weed and stuff like that. And but anyways, he took me out of my fifth period class and had me sit in the office for a while. I was just sitting there. He's Austin, I heard that you had an ecstasy pill. I was what? An ecstasy pill? That's crazy. And I just denied it. I was at this point, from my previous encounter, from my other video, you guys might have saw it, that when I was, got caught with weed and a pipe and beer and stuff like that, I was no, just deny it. No, that wasn't, what are you talking about? It wasn't ecstasy. And at this point, I'd actually taken the pill. I actually took it at lunch when someone told me that someone snitched on me, and I actually took it. I'm like, oh, they can't, it's, how could they know I have it if it's not in my possession or whatever? So I just take it. I could have just threw it away or like gave it to someone else, or there's so many things I could have done. I could have hid it like outside. Outside, it's just like there's so much forest and so much woods area. You can just go out there, skip class. Like it's very easy. Could have done that. I could have left campus. There's so many things I could have done because obviously this school is a drug-free zone, and when you get caught with drugs in a drug-free zone, that's like straight up expulsion. You get expelled from school and possibly legal issues. But yeah, so I sat in the office of the vice principal for a while. I don't know why it's like the principal doesn't handle like these type of things. It's always the vice principal, and he was just such a jerk. Like I remember the principal. The principal is like the nicest person ever, but like this vice principal, he was just a straight like a-hole, and like everybody knew that. But I guess looking back, like he kind of had to be in that position, maybe. But anyways, I was sitting in his office for like a good 10-15 minutes. We were just waiting for the school cop to get there. Officer Chi, what is his name? Shout out Officer Chi. I know you're watching my YouTube channel. You're a big fan. Officer Chi, he's it's another big a-hole. Shout out Officer Chi. Appreciate you. No. Like honestly, this guy was just such a jerk. Like even we had two school cops, and one of them was like super chill. This lady, Officer Stacy, she was very cool, but she got transferred to a different school, so we were stuck with this guy, Officer Chi, or whatever. Nobody liked him, but anyways, he came in there, and he's like, "Okay, Austin, did you take ecstasy?" I was like, "No, man, I don't do that." Even though like I have done it on multiple occasions now. And he's like, okay, we're gonna give you a test. We're gonna give you a drug test, or like a sobriety test is what he meant. Like he grabbed, like one of those pen lights that the nurses have. He like, okay, just look straight ahead. I'm like, okay. And he's looking in my eyes. And like at this point, I'm totally tripping. Like I'm rolling. It was like a double stack blue dolphin, whatever that means. So it was a double stack. It wasn't just a single stack. And I was tripping. Like I took the whole thing. And so yeah, he was looking into my eyes. My eyes are like big. I swear my eyes are like as big as my entire eyeball, my pupils. And then he's like, okay, follow my pen. It's like, okay. Something like that. And then I think that's it. And then he's like, okay, yeah, he's clean. I was like, what? That's it? I didn't say that, but I was in my mind. I was like, oh, okay. I was just standing there. I was just sitting there like I was probably shaking back and forth like this. My hands were probably like shaking like this. And he's just like, oh yeah, he's good. And then they searched me, which is actually illegal. You can't search a kid without his parents' consent. I'm pretty sure this is what I understood at the time. Like, they're not allowed to, like, a cop cannot just search you for no reason. Like, it's just not, that's not a thing. But anyways, he searched me, and he found nothing. Of course, I didn't have beer, I didn't have weed, I didn't have a pipe, I didn't have anything on me at this time. Because when I smoked in the morning, one of my friends had that, and she just skipped school the whole day, so yeah. Super good influence as friends, of course. And, or we would hang out with our other friend who is, he doesn't even go to school, he just kind of hangs outside the school, like in his car, just waiting for people. That's a different story. But anyways, oh yeah, that was good times. But anyways, he's like, oh, okay, yeah, he's got nothing in his bag. And he's just like, okay, go back to class. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I just shut up the rest of the day. I didn't say anything to nobody. I didn't talk to my friends. I really wanted to be like, oh my God, I just got away with this. And like, I could not believe it. Like, I literally a felony. Like, who knows what was in this pill that I took. Like, it probably wasn't just ecstasy. It was probably something mixed with something else. But yeah. So that was one of the other stories from my high school. Let me know if you guys enjoy these types of videos by giving it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you've done anything like this in your past in high school, I gotta think this is not just me. Like this. I know Washington State, like a lot of kids do drugs, or a lot of people in general do drugs because it's such a depressing place. Like it's so rainy and stuff all the time. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this, let me know. I don't have too many more like exciting stories like this from high school. I do have some from outside of school and stuff. So this is really fun. I enjoy making these types of videos. So please let me know what you think. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace and love.